Hey guys, welcome. Today we're here. We have a subscriber with us. He's going to lead us, ask us any question. So subscriber asking us a question or interviewing us.
It's just something a little different today. I actually met Daniel here. We met in the shopping mall just the other day, and he recognized me from a video I did with you. And actually, Daniel had done a reaction video on one of your videos.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of that video now. Do you remember? What was the name of it?
I forgot, but one of my reaction video.
Yeah, basically.
About Western women.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think he was quite impressed with some of the things you said, so he did this reaction video on it. So we met, and he asked. He said, "I'd like to ask you guys some questions," and so we're like, "Well, okay, why not come onto our channel, and just for something different, we're going to let Daniel ask us the questions today."
Yeah.
And
you're in control.
Okay.
yeah, so we're gonna do a little different today.
Cool. Well, let's get started then. Yes, my name is Daniel from Daniel James 2.0. I have a little baby channel just starting, but I'm in Dumaguete with these two here. And yeah, I came across her video last summer. I was looking at quite a bit of videos that had to do with the contrast of Western mindset and Filipino mindset. And you know, over the course of the last maybe 3 or 4 years through the pandemic, I think a lot of people have watched a lot of videos. And I get real specific on things that interest me. Given the fact that I really am setting sail here to Philippines for a future life, of course I want to educate myself in what the difference is. I myself is American, born and raised in Florida. And, you know, I've been quite successful in my business, but in my personal life, I find it very challenging to find somebody who I can really relate to and kind of have similar values and maybe the outlook on the future. I'm finding myself aligning a lot more with a Filipino partner. And for a majority of my adult life, I have pursued and dated Filipinas in the United States. As of 2021, I gave that up, and I am no longer pursuing those type of relationships in the West. I am 100% focused on making my life in Asia, hopefully, God willing, specifically Philippines. So I wanted to kind of pick their brain here today. They gave me the opportunity to come on their channel to pick their brain.
Yeah.
And, you know, maybe ask a couple things that some people actually never did. You guys know them well, so I don't want to go into the basic stuff, but I know you guys kind of, you know, watch from afar. This is a channel, her channel, to really kind of give an insight of Filipino culture. Obviously, the dynamics between, you know, a mature Western man and a young, beautiful Filipina girl, and we all are interested in that, guys. Come on. We know who's watching, right? Don't we? We know the demographics, even my channel, you know, the age group of who's watching. We know you guys are thirsty for this information, so we're gonna get started here and kind of dig in with these guys a little bit. Hopefully, they'll be open and honest.
I'm scared.
We'll see.
We'll see. Well, first of all, I just wanted to ask a couple of basic questions since I am, you know, in charge here. How long have you guys been married?
Well, this is our anniversary month.
Yes.
It's August 28th. I get confused because it's our marriage certificate is 28th, but we actually got married on the 27th, right?
The fact that he remembers that, most men don't remember that.
Yeah.
So kudos to you, man. That's awesome.
That's good. So for 4 years, it'll be this August.
4 years, okay, congrats.
But we've been together now 5.5 years.
Congrats, 5.5 years total, okay.
Yeah.
So you had that courting time and all before that, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
So do you remember the first day that you locked eyes with her?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Do you remember?
Although it was kind of late at night and quite dark, and I was kind of pissed off.
We won't ask where then. We won't ask where, but okay.
No,
so,
we met in Manila.
Okay.
And well, you talked about the first time I saw her.
I'm talking about eye contact.
Yeah, because we'd had some for the previous 2-3 weeks before that we'd talked and over the internet. But the first time that we actually met, she was supposed to meet me at a certain time, and she didn't turn up.
Was she late?
What,
Yes.
3 hours.
Filipino time, man.
No, this
Filipino
wasn't
time.
She did have an excuse.
Of course she did.
We were supposed to meet at 7 o'clock. I remember that, and we are going to have dinner together. And of course, I'm at the waiting
9?
place.
9-ish?
7. Seven we were supposed
No,
to meet.
did she show up at 9-ish?
She didn't show up. No, wait a minute. She didn't show up at all. Because
This is getting good.
because I got kind of, after an hour, and I did give it about an hour, and I was, well, maybe something
He liked
happened.
her a lot. An hour?
Well, I'm not sure I liked her or not. After an hour, I wasn't liking her so much, but I gave up.
You should have went 2 hours after, and then you would have been within the hour.
I went and got some food, ate dinner, and I was like, I'm just going to, back to the bar, went and had a couple of beers, sitting at the bar, and I remember about 10 o'clock at night, I got a message. I'm like, seriously?
Why do you think this is funny? This is not funny.
It was funny,
It was
actually.
funny now, but
It's funny
Yeah,
now.
funny
yeah,
now.
Yeah, I'm not, honestly, now you remember this. When I got the messages, she's like, it was something like, okay, I'm here now.
yeah, that's like nothing happened, you know?
I know.
Yeah.
And I
You
just,
probably just woke up from your nap. You didn't know he was waiting for 3 hours.
my initial reaction then was, no,
man.
I'm, you know, I'm not, it wasn't the first time you let me down, by the way.
Yeah.
But, when we were supposed to meet. Anyway, so I'm like, no. But I'm not going to say word begged, you didn't beg, but you were kind of, you sounded like you were going to be disappointed
Yes.
if I didn't come and see her.
So feeling was mutual.
So
Yeah.
I literally sat.
Okay, so I have to ask though.
Yeah.
Why did you show up on time?
Well, I was working as a nanny in a Chinese family, and they like to travel. They like to go to places like shopping malls. So that day we went to a shopping mall, and I didn't bring my phone. I thought we're just gonna go in a close place, where we live, and I didn't know that we didn't get home until 9. If you're working as a nanny, you don't get a chance to, to choose what time you're gonna go home. You have to put
Okay.
up with it. So yeah, that's my reason.
Yeah. Anyway, so bottom line is, I agreed, sort of reluctantly. I'll come and meet you. And I remember we met outside the hotel. It was dark, and I saw you walking up, small little figure, and you saw me, and I think you were like, "Whoa, he's bigger than I thought," and
Yeah.
you were a little intimidated, I think.
How tall are you?
Huh?
How tall are you?
6'3".
Wow.
For
Okay.
11, I am. Like, I got stiff neck after that night, looking up.
Wow.
So it was nothing eventful at first. Of course, I looked at her, and you know what she looked like from the video. And
But it looks like there was like a lot of intensity to get to that point, though.
There
So
was,
that was,
yeah.
that was good. Okay.
Yeah, and she
So then
brought-
after you finally guys met, did it feel a little more like you had each other's attention?
Yeah.
We saw enough in each other on that first 45-minute meeting
Okay.
to decide we wanted to meet again.
Okay,
So,
fair enough.
you know.
All right, so let me ask you a little bit about the courting process here in Philippines, because I'll be honest with you. What I know courting to be is just really not what Filipinos describe it to be. And here, let me just throw it out there, and you correct me if I'm wrong. Courting, I think, what I've understood from the people that I've communicated with is gift giving and kind of maybe flowers and chocolates and kind of like this gestures on the man's side, come to the door and knock on the door, talk to the parents and ask permission to take the girl out. And it seems very one-sided, like on that sort of effort area for the man. I'm not really sure that really kind of like relates to courting in the West.
Yeah.
Courting in the West for us is more of a process of getting to know each other to determine if we're compatible, we have good communication, what level of interest is there to kind of further the relationship, on both sides. It's not about gift giving. Yes, you can bring flowers, you can bring chocolates, but it's not really about, from what I heard from even Filipino guys, to kind of like smooth the girl over just to kind of get a fast relationship or maybe something else, and it's not really meant for the end result or the destination that really is our relationship. What do you see the difference, dynamic of courting, and how do you just define courting in Philippines?
I don't think courting now exists in this generation. I don't think so. Yeah.
That's
Maybe
sad
in a
because
province.
that's a traditional kind of aspect of the way of things. A huge part, I think, that this generation skipping over is the vetting process. And what I mean by that is older brothers that don't have any physical attraction to your boyfriend or emotional connection to your boyfriend can judge him and observe him and give you an honest opinion about this guy. Another thing is the father, if the father is present. A huge vetting part where a father vets a man or not, and generations prior, the females submitted to their father. If a father says, I don't approve of this boy, unless you're Romeo and Juliet and trying to run away with each other, honestly, you respect your fathers, or you try to win him over, or you give your partner a chance to maybe try to change the opinion of your father, but your father's word stands as the leader of the household. If there's no father present in the household, like a lot of single moms or single parent households here in U.S. and in Philippines, you don't have that. Or older brothers that you don't allow any sort of input. You don't have that. But when you're the actual girl in the relationship and the female, you are blinded by emotion, physical attraction, and just the whole intensity of the relationship. You're not really making, a logical decision. Would you agree?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. What about you?
I was going to say, your mother, you're close to. How did your mother react?
Good question.
When we
No,
first...
you two interview.
Well, you made me think about the question, But
My mom, she was scared because in my family, no one really, have a relationship with Western guy. So
Unknown territory, huh?
Yeah, so I'm the first in my family who marry a foreigner. So my mom was scared. Yeah.
But she accepted me pretty quickly.
Yeah,
she
she
approved of me, I think, pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Once she kind of heard you talk and your personality a little bit, she kind of...
I think because I took her out for a nice dinner.
That works too. Yeah. Hey, you gotta work it, right? You gotta work it. Okay, cool. So why do you say that courting doesn't exist in Philippines now when you guys are family oriented and traditional culture? Why is that not a part of it?
I think in the province it still exists, but I think when you're dating a foreigner, I think it's a mutual effort, getting to know each other. That's the focus. When we met, I don't think there is a courtship. I don't think so. I think
okay, so let me ask you. So, what's the difference being in the province?
I think in the province, they are more conservative, I would say.
And what does that mean in the relation to the courting and the beginning stages then?
I think, I'm not sure how to answer that.
Well, when you say conservative, you're thinking of what? Like a traditional structure and kind of
the parents are more strict.
Okay, go on.
Yeah, and then the parents probably more, conservative and traditional. They still follow that,
Okay, so you think that other areas like city is a little bit not as structured, or the parents are not as involved in that?
I think the Filipina that use phone these days, that's why I said it doesn't exist, because when it comes to this technology with phone, people just sending on messenger can we meet somewhere. So that's why I think social media ruined
so you agree that
the courtship process.
They've skipped over that because they're going
it's very easy to date these days. Before there's no internet, they have this fiesta, they go on and meet people there. But now on social media, it's very easy to meet, to connect people.
Yeah.
So
and it's out here as well, I think, especially with the foreigners and Filipinos, they tend to rush the relationship.
Yes.
It goes from, going out for a couple of times to living with each other sometimes.
We did
in
that.
a very quick process. Not so much for us. Although I mean, at first, I think we were living together within 3 months.
yeah.
Which is really, by
We
traditional
take our
standards,
time
that's very
getting
quick.
to know each other.
Yeah,
But
3 months.
Yeah,
But when we
90 day, yes, you are my fiance. I mean, what would that?
Well, we weren't engaged.
Okay, it wasn't engagement.
after 100 days, I get pregnant.
Okay, I wasn't going to mention that.
Wow. Okay, I didn't think you were really going to be this honest and open. Hey,
I didn't
this
know
is your
either.
channel. That's fine. This is your channel. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So on the dynamics of that, next question is: how do you guys feel? Overall, simply, you guys feel like you have a successive marriage and friendship?
It's a blessing. God has been good and blessed our relationship. I believe that. In fact, that without getting too deep into the subject, but it is important. That is the key to our success. Is Jesus Christ at the center of our relationship. That's what makes us so close.
And briefly, did you ever feel that at the beginning, age or maybe the maturity level was going to kind of be a negative, or did that was that something that actually attracted you to him?
Yeah, that's something I find attractive about Gary. His wisdom and his maturity. Yeah.
And for me, actually, it was the opposite. I was more concerned because, first of all, and it's no secret that she kind of misled me about her age when we met. I did not know.
Juicy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know she was.
I didn't watch enough videos, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know she was as young, and it's because.
How old are you now?
Yeah.
Honestly.
It's not that funny, girl.
23.
Be honest, okay.
Oh, be honest. It's not believing.
So at 20, so do the math. She was obviously 18.
Okay, and you are now?
I'm 61.
61, okay.
Yeah.
And why not be honest? You felt he wouldn't accept you?
Yes, that's the main reason, because I think 18 is too young, and I don't think we would be here now if I tell him the truth that I was 18.
But that,
so
okay, that was your assumption, and that's how you did that.
I'd tell you sooner.
But now she did tell me she was 21.
At that time.
Which is still young, obviously. And so...
so valid question. Was her assumption right? If she was honest and said she was 18, would you have gave attention?
I think it would have made a difference. I don't know if it would have... Because
that's very honest of you to say.
I was struggling with the 21 for a serious relationship.
So that's very honest of you to say.
That was kind of like, wow, this is young. Because I'd been in Asia for a long time.
Okay, so let me ask you. So what kind of makes you shy away from somebody that young? What are the obvious reasons that you would say, that's too young? Because everybody has their preferences.
Yeah,
and 18's an adult. But why would you shy away from that?
Look, 18-year-olds mature differently.
Yeah.
There's some...
Especially females, biologically, of course.
And the one thing that I noticed about her is how mature she was for her age straight away. And I'm like, because I dated a lot of Asian girls, a lot in their mid-20s and 30s.
Yeah.
And I didn't see a difference in maturity level with her. I mean, even...
Congratulations.
but
you shouldn't even have lied.
I really didn't. So
you see, that I asked him this because that's the difference. And what do we always say in Philippines? Age is just a number, right? Yeah. Well, it's about mindset and maturity.
Yes.
So if you were able to say, I'm 18, but let me show you how mature I am, that probably would have just canceled that out. And then you wouldn't have had a need to be a little bit, whatever was going on there. Okay, cool. All right. So on to the next thing. So where do you guys see like yourself in the next, say, 5 years, as far as like where do you live, what's your lifestyle, kind of where? I mean, I know you guys both have channels. I don't know like what else you guys do for work. So where do you? I mean, you guys have some plans. Are you going to do more traveling together? Or you want to move out of Duma, or you're happy here? What's your
first reaction? I'm so glad you said 5 years because I was worried you were going to say in the next 20 years.
10.
You're also very careful.
Here, let me show you 81. Wheelchair. I'm just joking. It's okay. She'll still be there. She'll be behind the wheelchair.
Exactly,
behind you.
Exactly.
Behind your wheelchair. Funny. But no, seriously, 5 years. I said 5 years for your expense.
Yeah, 5 years.
She's got all the time in the world, my friend. Yeah. But, okay.
No, in the next 5 years, first of all, our relationship has grown year by year, almost month by month. We're getting stronger. And so I expect our relationship to grow even stronger, for us to get closer to each other, and our relationship with God to strengthen and get closer.
Do you feel that Dumaguete is a mission field for you? Is that why you kind of decide maybe you would stay here, or are you open to move? At
this point, we will probably...
No, 5 years from now, Gary. 5 years.
Yeah,
we're foreshadowing.
Right now, I foresee us being here.
Okay.
In Dumaguete, but I can't say that
and
for
most
sure.
of your family is in Valencia and Duma?
No.
They live in Negros Occidental, but it's only like 4 hours drive.
Okay, so in the same neighborhood. Okay. And if you were to leave Dumaguete City, what would be the next, place that would attract you for this kind of settle down marriage? And I'm asking for myself too, because I'm trying to travel and find a place to call home. What do you suggest?
I've lived in various places in the Philippines. We lived in Manila for a while.
BGC area or Metro
we
or
were in
where?
Parañaque.
Okay.
Parañaque, is that right? Yeah.
Okay.
And
is that outside of the main city?
It's near the airport.
Near the airport. Okay.
Yeah,
so really busy area then.
Yeah, it's very busy.
City.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I wouldn't live there again.
Okay, fair enough.
I didn't like that. Cebu is a good place. I like Cebu. A little busy, but if I wasn't in Dumaguete, Cebu area would probably be where I would want to go. Maybe on, is it on the island Mactan? somewhere
Okay,
over
all right.
there,
Okay.
probably. We've actually done some research on other
That's
places.
why I'm asking, yeah.
Like Ilo.
Yeah,
I've
okay.
heard some good things about that, but
Yep.
we were almost going to go and check that out
Yeah.
a few months ago as a
Is
possibility.
Ilo Luzon, or that's still Visaya?
Visaya.
It's still Visayas then? Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah.
And what places in Negros have you guys kind of traveled together so far?
Sikihor, we travel in Sipalay. Where else?
Bacolod?
Ay, Bacolod. Cebu, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Cantony.
Oh, Canoni. That's Sipalay too.
How about
That's
Bohol?
what
You guys ever spend any time in Bohol?
Almost. Yeah, we almost did.
Not Panglao specifically, but Bohol
We haven't
itself.
been to Bohol together.
Yeah, you did.
I've been there, but you've been there, right?
No.
You haven't been there?
I've been in Palawan only.
Tagbilaran is actually a little manageable city. It's smaller than Duma, but you can, 25, 30 minutes be at a waterfall, kind of the same scenario. It's a little bit more low-key than here.
Yeah. I wouldn't move there like Bohol because they don't really have the
Infrastructure.
It's not civilized. It's not as much Western culture over there, like the big shopping malls.
See, I'm
and coffee
gravitating
shops.
towards that because of that reason.
This is why I love Dumaguete. It's small, but you've got the Western amenities here and
Okay.
restaurants and a lot of foreigners that live here, which I think is actually mostly a good thing.
Okay.
So it's just this is the perfect kind of size place for us.
For the sake for your network, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to change it over to you. This is your channel, and you can ask me a couple things in closing because
Yeah.
Well,
I've been
Yes,
prying on you
yes.
guys. Cool. I've been prying on you
So,
guys.
where are you from?
Originally, I'm from Florida.
Yeah.
Born and raised in the United States.
And you started your channel, how long you been doing it?
Well, I started my channel at the end of 2022 officially, but I really started posting and gathering content last summer when I was here for 6 months last summer in the Philippines. 12 islands, 175 days, 12,000 kilometers on the back of a motorcycle.
Wow. So what content you're planning to make?
Well, I originally started off with, kind of a travel vlog, kind of showcasing some of the beautiful places, nature. I've done some vlogs of resorts that I stayed in, kind of just showing, the amenities and things like that. But because of some things about cultural issues, I've been getting inspired. I think there's some topics that me and you talked about that, really should be discussed and, explored for the educational sake. About Philippines and even the contrast in Western culture. This is obviously something that people are interested in. There's a lot more foreigner men looking for a female Filipina partnership, which is why, this is a very valuable opportunity. So yeah, I did the feedback video on your video, which was really, really inspiring because I think that we really aligned a lot with the mindset, showing the contrast and the comparison to Filipino mindset and Western female mindset. That was a really, really eye-opening thing.
Yeah. Well, tell the viewers again about your channel to subscribe.
The
yeah.
name of the channel.
Yeah,
Okay,
the
so
name.
it's Daniel James 2.0 all together.
Yeah.
I have a Filipino logo with the palm tree, the sun, and the water, so I can't miss that. It's just a baby channel, so I would appreciate, whatever support you guys can give me. I am really looking for a life here. I want to have a future here. I definitely want to have community, family, and I'm open to, making new friends and maybe something more. I'm inspired. I really am. I think that the simplicity of Philippines is very attractive. I love the nature here. I'm from Florida. It's flat, it's green, it's boring. Driving up mountains and seeing cliffs and just the mountains in the backdrop from my gym here in Dumaguete, looking at Negros, I'm like, you don't get this out of my window in Florida. So I'm very inspired. That's why I kind of traveled and did what I did last summer. I got a lot of content coming, guys. I have so much that is in edit right now. Reels and vlogs and aerial shots from my drone and just trying to capture the beauty of Philippines and share with you guys that, are back in the West. And then obviously cultural topics, that we're dealing with here. Whatever we can do to shed some light on, whatever we see boots on the ground here. And of course, the expectation, of what you guys have, we really want to give you the real reality.
Well, check it out, guys, and subscribe. And yeah, thank you so much for interviewing us.
Yeah, it was fun. A little different, huh?
Yeah, this is fun. Yeah,
Oh.
thank you.
Cool, they didn't mind it.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you for watching, guys, and we'll close this video right
Thank you,
now.
bye.
God bless everyone. Bye.